on the New York State Tollway because we are on our way to pick up a couple of new bucks in Massachusetts, and I will be doing more videos about that later. But right now, what I am going to talk to you about is I am going to answer a question that I got from one of my goat birthing students because it was really complex. And so I'm going to read it to you here. And this is why I decided I got to do a live on this because there's no way I can answer this via text. So, and I'm in my car. So, and I'm not driving. My husband is. So here you go. Say hi, Mike.
Hi.
Mike is driving. And if you hear anybody yipping, that is Meadow in the back seat, who is our new border collie puppy, who we had to take on the trip with us because you can't leave a puppy with people if it's not housebroken yet. So the question I got was, what do you do when you have a mom you expected would be able to support the number of kids she has and then they don't gain? They must take a bottle or die. And so first, the answer to that question is it depends. So how much are they not gaining or how much are they gaining? So what actually happens a lot, because the vast majority of people do not weigh their baby goats. I've never met anybody who wasn't already following me who weighed their baby goats. And this is so incredibly important. We didn't do this until we had been raising goats for more than 10 years. And once we started, I felt insanely guilty about how many poor baby goats were not getting enough before that. Now that we do weigh our baby goats, we don't have a problem with coccidiosis anymore. We've not dewormed a kid in 10 years. Over 10 years, we've only had 3 kids get coccidiosis. The third one was last year. Like, it just doesn't happen because the kids are getting plenty of milk, and so they've got really strong immune systems. Malnutrition is a major cause of coccidiosis. In fact, right now I'm in the middle of trying to help somebody who's got 2-month-old kids that only weigh 10 pounds. And she contacted me because she said, Mike, the vet can't help me. These kids, I'm doing everything the vet says to treat the coccidiosis and it's not helping. And my very first question was, how old are they and what do they weigh? Because I see this every single summer. I see this. I get emails from people who have baby goats that are not haven't gained weight, and they are, they have chronic coccidiosis. So sorry, Meadow, our border collie, is kind of distracting. She was completely quiet yesterday, and we've only been on the road for half an hour today. So, and we just left a rest area a little while ago. So I don't know why she's fussy today. So anyway, it totally depends on how little milk the goat is getting. The baby goat. And it could be, like in this case, the 2 goats had not gained anything in the first 24 hours. So if baby goats really don't gain any weight at all by 2 or 3 days, yeah, there is a good chance that they're going to die. But what usually happens, and this usually happens with people who have quads, is that one of the kids is not gaining enough, and then they just wind up, like you've got the kids, the weight gains between the kids is vastly different. You'll have one, by the time they're 2 months old, you'll have one that's 24 pounds and one that's like 15 pounds. So that's what usually happens. So it's not good if your kids are not getting enough milk. And unfortunately, there's a lot of misinformation online. I did a video on double dwarf gene in goats last year because that is like not a thing. It's something that just got made up on Facebook that, oh, your baby goat is small because it's got a double dwarf gene. No, there is no such thing as a double dwarf gene in Nigerian dwarf goats. So that's not why they're small. It's like those kids, it's always one of quads or maybe 2 of quads that are so small. So back to the person's question is that she says she'd rather dam raise, but she's been beginning to see why some people bottle raise all their kids. And that's really not why people usually bottle raise. People usually bottle raise because of disease prevention or because they think the kids are going to be friendlier. I have never heard anybody say that they bottle raised because they were afraid the kids weren't going to get enough if they nursed on mom. And in fact, if that's the case, like if a mom can't raise twins or then she shouldn't make enough milk to feed them unless we're talking about quads or more. Like I don't even try. You know, if a goat of mine has quads, we take one of them away and bottle feed it from day one. And that is if she is 2 years or older and she's been before. I had a yearling one time, and we took 2 of the kids because I don't expect a yearling to be able to nurse more than 2. So this really gets complex